We are celebrating the start of Pride Month with some pop-up parties, and we've got one going right outside here in Times Square.
It's important to feel proud to be you. I'm lucky to have dads like you. And happy Pride from Nickelodeon.
We can't just do it for the month of June. We have to carry pride with us every single day.
We are
Okay, it seemed like the longest month of the year, Pride Month. In fact, I didn't even know it was a month until this June. It did seem longer, more intense than any of these things I've ever seen before, right? What's happening here? We'd like to bring in Brandon Straka, who is a great guy. He's the founder of the Walk Away campaign, political activist and commentator. I have to point this out for the purposes of the conversation. He happens to be gay and out, and that's... How are you, sir? Welcome back.
Oh, well, I'm doing pretty well, Greg. Thank you. And I agree, this month was torture, and I'm glad that it's over.
Yeah, well, number one, why was it this month seemed far more intense? I never knew it was a month before. What made it different? What was there an occasion? Did they decide to make it a bigger deal?
Well, yeah, I think that the reason why they probably went overboard this time is because they put so much emphasis on these so-called don't say gay bills and all of these manufactured crises that they've made up surrounding the gay community. And this is, it all stems back to the fact that the Democrats are doing a lousy job. We're approaching the midterm elections. Things are looking very bleak for Joe Biden and the Democrats. And so they're turning to manipulating minority communities like the LGBT community, making up all of these things to stir people up into a frenzy. And then people say, oh, my God, we have to go out and celebrate our pride because the Republicans are trying to take all of our rights away.
All right. Well, they have a big buy-in and an assist from corporate America. American Express getting on board, Converse, Oreo cookie, you name it, they were all in. They do realize that people just want to eat a decent cookie. They're not necessarily going to express themselves at the grocery store. I haven't seen this kind of thing. Why do corporations go in on this as well?
Because it's big money at this point, virtue signaling to minority communities. This is why when George Floyd was killed and Black Lives Matter decided to go burn the entire country down, every major corporation started throwing up Black Lives Matter signs and painting Black Lives Matter on basketball courts across the country. And also, there's sort of this added thing, too, where it becomes sort of a peer pressure thing. If I use the example of Black Lives Matter one more time, I mean, it got to the point there where if you didn't have a Black Lives Matter sign in your business, it was a sign that people should come and target your business, and you're basically shining a spotlight that you didn't support this movement, or at least that's what the narrative was. Nobody at this point wants to be the corporation that doesn't have a rainbow flag or an LGBTQIA2 plus whatever flag hanging in their business. And it's a lot of money, too. I mean, Pride has become a very commercialized, corporatized thing. I actually went on the website for New York City Pride and found that they were selling tickets for thousands of dollars for what they're calling Pride Fest, this weekend-long thing. And you're absolutely right. Pride used to be one day, and then it became a weekend, and then it became a month, and then it became this huge cash cow for corporate America. So it really has very little to do these days with advancing equality.
Well, the thing is, I'm starting as a straight person, I feel kind of marginalized, quite frankly, by all this stuff. And I don't know, perhaps gay people once felt the same way 20 years ago. I'm starting to feel that we're doing something wrong. I don't think we're doing something wrong, but this is now exclusionary in a certain way.
Well, it definitely is. And I want to announce right here tonight on your show on television that I am deeming July MAGA month. I want every major corporation in America to start flying MAGA flags. I want to see MAGA flags all over Kraft cheese and Mercedes-Benz and everything else. July is MAGA month, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first.
All right. Corporations take notice. Brandon has just decreed it so. Brandon, by the way, listen, you've been through a lot this year and last year. Brandon, big supporter of President Trump, was there on January 6th. He didn't break anything. He didn't hurt anybody. He didn't go inside the Capitol. Yet they kind of threw the book at you, and you had to do some time under home confinement. You're done with your sentence, right? And how do you feel now?
Yeah, my house arrest sentence ended on April 28th. I also spent 2.5 days in real jail over a Class B misdemeanor charge for disorderly conduct for standing outside of the Capitol on the east side for 8 minutes. Things are definitely going better now. This is going to be an ongoing process. As you know, the Democrats are trying to treat January 6th as if it were Pearl Harbor or 9/11. So the narrative goes on and on and on. But I personally I'm getting back to work. I'm moving on with my life. They kicked me pretty hard, but, they couldn't take me down.
Fantastic. Well, Brandon Straka, keep at it, founder of the Walk Away campaign. Check him out on social media. I know they gave you a hard time there, but you're still on social. Thank you very much. Check out the walkawaycampaign.com and Brandon Straka at Brandon Straka. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Greg.
You bet. We'll be right back.